students are going to be reading for the Poetry Slam in their support of the awareness for anti-bullying this week.
This is called My Story. My story is of a misunderstood girl sitting on the sidelines in this lonely world. My story is of a beauty queen whose beauty is anything but seen. My story is about a girl who's lonely and sweet, waiting for her love to come sweep her off her feet. My story is of a girl that's truly selfless, giving all she's got to those who are helpless. My story is of someone who gives it all she's got, even when everyone gave her a reason to not. My story is of a girl that has a secret, hoping someday somebody will want to keep it. My story has lots of twists and turns, knowing my love for him will always burn. My story is of a beautiful soul before life begins to take its toll. My story has quite a message that tends to leave me awake and restless. My story can be soft and sweet. My story is one that can't be beat.
All right, you guys ready? I am! I'm gonna need you guys to follow Donisha right here. She's gonna start a clap. I'm gonna need y'all to follow it. Ready? Clap. Say she's starting it. Follow her. Don't get off beat now. I heard y'all had rhythm. Slow it down. Hold on. Don't get too quick. Here we go. You stare at the ground as you walk, past something into your sky. No one in this room knows you carry a heavy heart. Not the best life you live at home. At times you rather sleep out in the cold, afraid to love someone. That's why you keep letting go. There are times when you give up and try to stay strong, but inside you don't want to even go on. Even now as I look out into your face, I know you are sitting there so full of pain. Don't give up on yourself, even with a broken heart. Life can be so cruel to you, and it can get so hard. Stop looking down, ladies, crying for love. It's time you started to look up. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
We all know lesbians, and yes, even gay ones. But if we were different, do you think the world would care? It's not here to judge us. It's not here to stare. So while you hang with your friends and you gossip around, just think who you're hurting and who you're putting down. We hurt each other's feelings and we act like we don't care. We walk around judging, not caring who's there. We make others laugh by making others cry. We all get the clues, but no one really cares how it feels to be in their shoes.
My name's Quashira. The name of this is called My Reflection. As I stare at my reflection in the mirror, I look deep into my brown eyes, watching the pain develop over time. Some nights I cry, wondering why I live such a horrible life. Some people say it's just a feeling, you'll get over it. But deep down inside, all I do is cry, knowing that my life is just passing me by. While I sit here swallowed up in my fears, here comes my tears, rushing down my face, feeling as if God made a mistake. This reflection of mine, I know it don't lie. But why do I hurt so much inside? Maybe it's my past that hurt me so deep. I can't imagine my life without just being me. See, here I am, afraid of my past, but one day my reflection will show different.
Excuse me, my turn. They pointed and laughed at me. I thought about ending life to be free. They pushed me down. They say we're just playing around. I forgot. Play harsh games, call me mean names, raise a blade to my wrist as I realized there's no more fight in my fist. So I stood my ground, and I believe what goes around comes around. I found
found myself bullying away my circumstances. Yeah, I did it for an audience, for attention. I bullied them because they are a different color, them because they had an odor. A few months later, I found myself looking back at me, and I realized that's not the person I was raised to be. Hitting the floor on bended knees, I asked the Lord, please. Realizing there actually was no escape, so I took a stand, put on my cape.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Treat people the way you want them to treat you.
I'm winging this. This is off the top of the head. This is called life. Life. You live it right, you live it wrong. You can choose to be weak. You can choose to be strong. You can choose your own route. You can choose to pout. You overcome your foes when they give you doubt. You look to friends in the time of need. Although you have weapons, don't mean you force others to bleed. You spread peace. You spread happiness. You fix issues like pics, fish, nappiness. You spread love. You spread life. You live life wrong or you live it right. That's called life.
Alright, cool. Alright. What do we call these creatures? Ogres, the trolls, the dogs of madness? Nothing comes good among them. What waits is anger, sorrow, and sadness. The soul's none but the jungle. The weak becomes hunted by the strong, whether in singles or in packs. They're beaten and slaughtered, done no wrong. Who is their next victim to feast upon? Move brutality and anguish to come our way. What we need now is a leader to lead us, guide them, save the day. Then a hero emerges from the shadows. Right, what's that? A radiant glow dispels the growing darkness, looks around among the battered and bruised, and realizes nobody's part of this. Talk to one after another. The creatures turn back to normal humans. The wounded were cared for and nurtured. The pride growing, emotion blooming. We come to understand one another. Now it's hunter and prey, brother and brother. No more pain or suffering. We walk hand in hand. The hero gave us a genuine smile as we were led to the promised land. Yeah, that's
It all started when he was a kid. He wasn't that tall, he wasn't that big. He wore glasses, he had crazy